Alright, let me get this bitch up. Alright. Making my way through the hood. Wish a motherfucker would come and try me. I'm trying to think of another one. Making my way through the gap. That's what I'm thinking of. Making my way through the gap. Sorry, I'm watching Gotham season 5 on Netflix. Making my way through the gap, looking all the way back. Motherfuckers going back to get gas. I don't know.
I will return at a more convenient time.
Huh? Oh.
It's locked. It's locked, all right. You gonna go to sleep? You gonna finish this episode?
Man, kinda ready to fucking kick some ass. Can't stand it anymore.
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your head. Fitter?
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
Probably the stage. Somehow, if I can get there. Well, there's a bunch of ill-formed blinkers just chilling the fuck out. Thank you, Ronnie. That is very loud. I don't know if my microphone's picking that up on the stream. Old Doris Fletcher's diary. I'm reading these to myself. I'm letting you read these too. I saw her in the flesh, that witch from my childhood nightmares, that bitch that had tortured me for years. I saw her and I shivered her voice, her face. I knew she was in that hospital. I knew she was sick, and I wanted to witness her suffering. I may have reinvented myself, become a famous actress, erase those wicked years from my memory. I can't. I'm her daughter. I can't forget I am her daughter. When I saw her frail body in that small bed, suffering, sick, defeated, I had to hide my tears, for she was looking at me. She recognized me. She saw the hate in my eyes, and she smiled, my pale corpse of a mother. And the worst thing was I felt no satisfaction seeing her in so much pain. The worst was not to suddenly remember the beatings and the abuse. No, the worst was to recognize the hate I felt in my heart when she looked at me, for it was the same hate I saw in hers. For in the end, I can't escape being her daughter. We are the same, my mother and I. Charge it with what, my good looks?
Head, fit only to smirk at her soiled feet. Will they adore me again? when they share my fate. For I have been raised through hate.
Turn this bitch up just so it's kind of loud as shit.
Fit only to smirk at her soiled feet. Alas, poor Doris, I knew her well, and many can testify to her kindness and beauty.
Whoa, shit.
I cannot enter.
Weird. What the fuck's going on? Got a mirror inside. She does.
It's locked. Return at a more convenient time.
I don't even know what the fuck that means, Jonathan. I'll return at a more convenient time. I didn't know if that was unlocked or not. I just wanted to check people. I'm sorry for waiting. by process, however you want to say it. But by process of elimination, we have come to the conclusion that, bitch, you gotta go this way.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish. Woe and hear and obey, for your queen commands you. Attack!
Alright, folks.
Ha, ha, ha. I smell you. Ah, ha. Your hand is shaking. Ha. On guard. Touché, sir. I smell you. My blade shall pierce your hand is shaking. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she who was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? Ah!
There we go.
Touché, sir. Your blood will be mine. My children, my beloved, die for the love of me. Ah!
Oh shit. Oh shit! Don't keep spamming it. That'll really piss me off.
Arise and save your queen, my slave.
I got them, so I'll just take them. I gotta burn through them to keep up with the supply, because I've been making new ones if everybody's been like
My
paying attention.
son, my children.
I really try not to use them because I'm like,
Spit,
it's not really an
kill.
issue.
Hear and obey, for your queen commands you. Attack!
what was going on. I can't watch it back in the stream right now. But I'm like, I was trying to hit her. I'm like, it's not working for some reason. Stun locks are getting serious right now.
Wait. I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said...
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
Hell.
You were Doris Fletcher. The greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Well, shit, bitch, burn.
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum.
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
Death on stage. That's the trophy I'm inquiring about.
I cannot enter. The West End should be safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great Hunt.
There we are. New Doris Fletcher's diary. Soon I'll be on. Yeah, I'm just not gonna say like the London, 24th shit. Soon I'll be on stage again, for my rehearsals are almost over. My minions are gathered around me, ready to follow my every command. Soon my audience will return, ready to applaud my art. The young, the gorgeous, my healthy audience, they'll return to their families, their beautiful homes, and happy lives, delighted by my performance, shocked by my disguise, touched by my grace, my infectious legacy. They'll spread the disease one by one, and they'll turn, and I'll be their beloved queen again, and they'll never forget me. And I shall have my revenge on the dirty trick fate played on me. Get the fuck out of here for everybody here watching. Some fuck weird shit. I think we gotta report back to the Ascalon Club. Maybe the enemies had restocked all around the city. Welcome to the stream. Just getting through a loading screen.
I will return later. These people want me dead. I need to leave now. So Doris just needed to be close to her audience to infect them. Contagion through skin. Very disturbing. It's locked.
women of all countries unite! Women's right to vote is only the first step! Support the equality between men and women!
If you're watching, I just want to say thank you for joining me. Alright. Lady Ashbury.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
I must admit the Guard of Priwen impressed me. They must have spent years preparing their plan. Lord Redgrave can play with the brave all he wants, but I won't put a foot out.
We repel the intruders for now. But how long before they return? Have you heard the rumors of some horned vampire revealing himself
what's this here,
singing
Mom?
obscure songs around the city?
I like money.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please, tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
I'm just a doctor.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire?
The fuck?
Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
As you wish, my lord.
Good. Now go.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die, and he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me.
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed.
Huh.
Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
I feel weird. This is weird.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
Weird.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson, to make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
Aloysius Dawson is the richest man in England. He'll be a very useful resource for the club.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage, and only capable of creating skulls.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor?
True.
Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Very true.
Spanish flu is not the only hidden killer. Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
What are you investigating?
I have a missing woman. Possibly.
Tell me about...
She's awake.
Do you have it?
No.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of deja vu when I talk to you?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you.
Good morning.
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply call me Carol.
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes, a very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Good evening, sir. I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
I'll be right back. Thank you for waiting. I am back. Taking some sips of water and shit. I think what I'm gonna do, because I was doing some thinking, I don't think I missed anywhere in the theater, but I'm gonna look it up on YouTube, Pandora's Box, and just try to like piece together something for that side mission, because I'm curious. Like, where is this thing in question?
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Fucking big ass fucking house pisses me off. So extra.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Right.
It's locked. It's locked.
Hey, fag. I'm sorry, fag's an offensive word. Hey, old dead bitch. I apologize if I offended anyone.
It's locked.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight, I'm not here as a physician.
but I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Huh.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Sir, I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold, so cold.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
Let's move on, then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
I'm gonna save on my
But
thing.
first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Huh.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
This man sounds like Trump. That's all I'm gonna say.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated, as soon as they are spotted.
So what happens, let's say, if you get spotted and you have the fucking infection? You're gonna kill yourself to save everyone else? I highly doubt that, you old fucking conceited prick. You think you're all fucking that, but you're really not. I'm sorry.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Sacrifice 2000 XP. Huh. God damn it. 2000 XP.
Are you ready for immortality, Mr. Dawson? Drink now, and say farewell to life as you prepare to be reborn.
What do you mean, drink? What about the blood transfusion?
I'm the doctor and the vampire here, so I'll give the orders. Drink, sir. Now.
All right.
Fucking hate this.
Good. That's enough. That's enough, I said.
I will not die. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh no. You will die, sir. Steel yourself. You're already in death's grip.
Like, I fucking just lost all that XP just to save this fuck. I'm mainly just going for the best ending here. So my whole district in sanitary order, you know. Once I can cure that young lady, because sanitary, because then technically he wouldn't have to wall these off then, because they're all sanitary. Hypothetically speaking.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn, as expected?
Yes, my lord. Ascalon has a new recruit, as you ordered.
Wonderful news. I've waited for this outcome for so long. Tonight you served your country, the king himself, beyond all expectation.
Thank you, my lord.
No, thank you, Dr. Reed. Now, could you do me one last favor?
Of course. What is it?
Go outside and talk with that disgusting creature I saw waiting for you in front of this mansion.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll have a look.
Good. I didn't kill her on the spot, for she claims to be a friend of yours. But don't you dare bring such a creature near me again.
Yep. I have no clue what the fuck he's talking about. Old Bridget? Or the one lady? Hideous creature? Wait, is that old Bridget? Yeah, holy shit, what's she doing here?
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon.
So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths, truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Man, fuck that shit. I need to make up XP, bitches. I'm fucking call it for a night. Run my ass back to the hospital and go into the room. I'll reach the hospital, see what happens, and just, you know, but I probably will farm up that XP.
funny.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back to the hospital, see what's going on there, and then call it a stream because it's really late. I don't know when I'll be back. I might take a night or two off, you know, farm. I don't know. 'Cause I just gave up 2,000 fucking XP to make that guy a fucking vampire.
This is now my domain, young Ekon.
Well, where the fuck did you come from, motherfucker? Like what, bitch? I guess it's neat how the spawns change. Literally just unlocked them to death with the whole fucking stamina bar, like somehow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to level up. Maybe I'll level up at the end of this. Nah, maybe I won't. I won't rank up and go to sleep. I'll go to the hospital, see what's happening, then call it a night.
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already?
Have a bunch of light health. Alright, yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna end it right here. One thing I wanted to check though. What the hell is this old blood stuff? It says serums, like I don't know what that is. Anyway, thank you for watching the stream. And as always, like, comment, and support. And I'll see you in the next part, whenever that is.